Hello everyone, welcome to our Chapter 3 video lecture. In Chapter 3, we're going to learn how to record investments by the owner by doing a journal entry, learn how to write checks, record cash sales, set up sales tax, and complete a transfer of funds. We will also display the bank register, prepare a journal, trial balance, balance sheet, income statement, and an audit log. We're going to export these files both to Excel and a PDF version. So you ready? Let's go. So first you're going to log into your company that you created in Chapter 2. So you'll go to the QBO website and you're going to log in, put in your username and your password. Okay? And we're going to begin by learning how to prepare a journal entry. Okay, so we're on page 100 in your textbook. Page 100 in your textbook. So again, if you're not already logged in, you'll go to the qbo.intuit.com site to log into your account. Okay? So let's take a look at our chart of accounts. And there's a few different ways we can run the chart of accounts report. We're going to click on the reports button. And then under the report types, we're going to scroll down to find where it says account listing. It's coming. It's one of the last reports we're going to see here. Oh, I passed it up. So I'll click on the account list report, and this would bring up our chart of account. That's one way. The second way of doing the same thing is to click on your gear icon in the top right hand corner and then click on chart of accounts, and it'll bring up the report this way as well. Okay, and if you need to make any change to the chart of account, simply click on the little pencil button here to make changes to it, such that if you needed to add in the account numbers, you will click on the pencil, which means that's going to allow you to edit your chart of account. Okay? So there's in your textbook on page 101, they give you a sample chart of account. This is showing what it should look like after you completed exercises 2-2 in chapter 2. You can compare that to your chart of account, and if needed, add any accounts necessary that you see on page 101 to your chart of account. So of course, to add an account, you'll just click on the new button and then choose the appropriate type of account and add in the information as needed. Okay, so I'm going to move on over to page 103 of your textbook. Again, move on to page 103 of your textbook. And now I'm going to learn how to record a journal entry. On page 103, the owner is going to make an investment in the amount of $50,000 along with $10,000 in computer equipment in exchange for common stock. So we're going to complete a journal transaction on page 103. So click on your plus new button and then choose journal entry. Again, plus new, then choose journal entry to bring up your journal entry screen. And in the meantime, we're going to turn over to page 104. So for the actual journal date, I'll just give the date I have up here, which is August 27th. And for the account, for the first account, is going to be our checking account. So if I type in, hit the drop down arrow, we're looking for our checking account. which I don't have here because I started over new. That's okay. I'll just put the add new here, and I'm going to add in a new account. So the bank account type would be bank, cash on hand. The name of the account, we're going to call it checking. Now you should already have this account there. I'm just adding this account because I started over with a new company for chapter 3. And so just click on the save and close button. We're going to debit the account in amount of $50,000. That's going to be our first debit. Okay. And then for our second account, it's going to be computer equipment, which I got to add that one too. That's okay. So the account type now will be a fixed asset. The detail type is just going to be a fixed asset. We'll go with the computers. There it is. So we'll use fixed asset computer as the name. So I'll do a save and close here. I'm going to actually debit that account for $10,000. I'm going to do a compound journal entry. And then on the credit side, we're going to choose our owners or our common stock account. So I'll click the drop down and let's see. Again, I don't have much to work with. I started over new with. Okay, I'll click on common stock. It's good experience. So for the account type, it's going to be equity. And for the detail type, I'll click on common stock, save the account, credit the account in the amount of $60,000. And then as a description, I'll just put it here, owner, invested cash, and computer equipment for stock. Okay? So just that simple. I've entered in this information for this journal entry. So if I'm going to do some more, I will click on save and new. But since we're only doing this one journal entry, I'm going to click on where I'm going to change that to save and close. Okay, so now you see that that information has been added to my chart of account. You can see my checking account, you see my fixed asset computers, and you also see the common stock account in the amount of $60,000. So that is the process you will go through in order to create a journal entry. Again, go to your plus new icon and then choose journal and put in the required information. All right. So next we're going to learn how to add some checks, write some checks, do some other payments because now we have some money, right? We might as well spend it. So we're going over to page 106. Again, we're going over to page 106. And now we're going to start writing a few checks. Okay? So click on your plus new icon in the top left hand corner. Then click on check. And then click on plus new. Then click check. We're using the information on page 106 of your textbook. Choose a payee, click the drop down, and then click on add new. And we're going to pay our insurance. So the vendor name, type in Lake Insurance. That's your vendor name. And then click on the save button. Again, Lake Insurance, type in the vendor name, then click on the save button. We're now on page 107. For the check number, they said to use check number 1010. For our category, we're going to choose prepaid insurance. And if you don't have it, we're going to add it. So let's see again, because I don't have it, so that's okay. I'll click on plus new, and the type is going to be an other asset, or other current asset. The detail type will be prepaid expenses, and the actual account name is going to be prepaid insurance. So you get in practice and see how quickly or simply it is to add these new accounts to your chart of accounts. I'll click on the save and close button. So prepaid insurance, description, paid, insurance for 1 year. So because we're paying the insurance in advance, that makes it prepaid, which is an asset. Paid insurance for 1 year. The amount is going to be $3,000. So put in the amount as being $3,000. So we got the new vendor. We have the category, our description. The amount is $3,000. So we put in all of our data. So down at the bottom, go ahead and click on where it says save and close. And I have to shrink that because my toolbar was too big. But I'll click on save and close. And then I'll make that back larger. All right. So now you see just that quickly how your chart of account, it is now showing a balance of 47,000 because we just spent that $3,000 for our insurance. So on page 108, there are a total of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 checks that you're going to enter on page 108. I'm not going to do all of those, but I'll do a few of those. So our next check will be to the U.S. Post Office. So again, you will click on the plus new button and then click on the check icon. And for your payee, I'm going to click on add new and just type in U.S. Post Office. I'll keep it all caps. And I'm going to click on the save button. Okay. And the amount for this check is going to be $47. So the category would be ship and delivery expense, which I'm sure I probably don't have it here. So I'm going to click my drop down. Let's see. Nope, it's not there. No biggie though. I'll click on the add new. This time the category is going to be expenses. Go to my expenses. And this is just going to be let's see if they have ship and delivery expense here. They got ship and freight delivery, so I'll click on that one. But the actual account name should be shipping and delivery expense. So let me put in that account title, shipping and delivery expense. Make sure I spelled it correctly. Click on save and close. No description necessary. The amount is going to be $47. Check number here is going to be 1011. And then come down to the bottom, which again, my screen is cutting that off. So I'm going to have to be creative here and click on save and close. Okay. So again, continue to create all of those checks that's shown on page 108. Notice that every time you make those payments, it is going to impact your check balance. I am going to come back with our second video in a few. So stay tuned. Bye bye.